and gentlemen, welcome to Southland Park, home of the second game of the 2023 Kentucky Intermediate Championship. We're going to start with our visiting team from Henry County. Batting first, number 9, playing center field, Tatum Getluski. Batting second, playing second base, number 10, Carter Marlette. Batting third, pitching, number 30, Braxton McCutcheon. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 99, Jackson Davis. Batting fifth and catching, number 3, Caleb Lyons. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 2, Wyatt Haichu. Batting seventh, extra hitter, number 23, Max Crow. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, number 24, Ty Whitaker. Batting ninth, extra hitter, number 7, Oliver Hernandez. Batting 10th and playing right field, number 17, Jaden Briscoe. Batting 11th, extra hitter, number 8, Keaton Smith. And batting 12th and playing left field, number 5, Liam Buckley. Henry County Little League is coached by Buzz Getluski. And now for your home team, Bluegrass Little League All-Stars. Batting first, playing second base, number 31, Matthew Barnett. Batting second and pitching, number 88, Bennett Sharp. Batting third, playing center field, number 12, A.J. Corrigan. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 34, Malcolm Hawley. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 8, Cooper Cottle. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 18, Braylon Goldie. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, number 3, Joe Seabree. Batting eighth, extra hitter, number 26, Micah Kelly. Batting ninth, the extra hitter, number 16, Braden Sparks. Batting 10th, playing left field, number 23, Jordan Blanton. Batting ninth, the extra hitter, number 9, Kyle Fancook. And batting 12th, the first baseman, number 19, Gavin Padgett. Bluegrass Little League is coached by head coach Kevin Goldie. If everybody could stand and take your hat off, we're going to repeat the Little League pledge. Sorry. I trust in God. I love my country and will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I will always do my best.
Let's play ball. Heck
yeah! Good evening, Bluegrass Little League friends, family, and fans. Welcome to Game 2 of the Intermediate State Championship. Coming to you live from Southland Park in Lexington, Kentucky, as your home team, Bluegrass 13U All-Stars, take on the visitors from Henry County. Henry County played the first game of the championship earlier today. They brought home a victory over Nelson County, earning them a spot here in Game 2 tonight. Should be an exciting contest. Excited to be welcomed or joined once again by my good friend, Mr. Doug Barnett. Doug, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I am doing very, very well, my friend. Man, it's a beautiful night here at Southland Park.
It is. After we've had some rough weather in the city for the last couple of days, it's a great night for baseball. It's a great night to be outside tonight.
Absolutely. So this tournament was originally slated to start on Saturday, but bad series of storms on Saturday afternoon, stretching all the way into Sunday, pushed the start of this event back 2 days. So 2 games today, a consolation game tomorrow, and then game 1 of the championship series slated for Wednesday evening. Certainly hoping our Bluegrass team is ready to go for that on Wednesday night, don't you?
I hope so. I hope so. Although I will tell you that I've been able to watch some of the practices and some of the batting practices this week with this Bluegrass team. They look pretty good. They look pretty confident. So I'm got my hopes up that this is going to be a pretty good week for them.
Well, I know they've got a talented roster here, top to bottom, 12 players. Let's go ahead and run through our starting lineup for today's game. Doug, why don't you take us through that?
All right, our starting lineup for today's game. At second base, batting first, it's going to be number 31, Matthew Barnett. Batting second, pitching will be number 88, Bennett Sharp. Batting third, playing center field, number 12, A.J. Corrigan. Batting fourth, playing third base, will be number 34, Malcolm Hawley. The fifth batter will be our catcher, number 8, Cooper Cottle. Our sixth batter will be Braylon Goldie, playing right field. And the first pitch by our pitcher, Bennett Sharp, is a ball. Our seventh batter will be number 3, Joe Seabury, playing shortstop. And it looks like we have a strike down the middle of the plate. Our eighth batter will be number 26, Micah Kelly. He's going to be our extra hitter, as is our ninth batter, Braden Sparks, number 16.
Sharp delivers, drops a curveball in there just a little bit high on that one. Count goes to 2-1.
All right, our number 10 batter in left field, number 23, Jordan Blanton. Our 11th batter, our extra hitter, Kyle Fankich. Number 12 batter, number 19, Gavin Pageant. He's playing first base.
Nicely done, nicely done. Bennett Sharp gets right back into the count here. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff batter for Henry County. See if he can go ahead and put him away. Into the windup, delivers the pitch. Trading down to the first base side.
Great play right there.
Nicely done.
Great play.
Number 19, Gavin Pageant, with a nice backhand pick, too, with that big first baseman's mitt. Corrals that baseball, easy step on the pillow for the first out of the contest.
That hit over the first base. Gavin Pageant just corralled that ball, and he was able to step on first base.
In the box now for Henry County, number 10, Marlette. As Sharp prepares to deliver the first pitch. It's going to come in just a little bit high. That'll be ball 1.
Tell you what, Bennett's looked pretty good out there pitching tonight.
Absolutely. He was one of the more consistent pitchers throughout the regular season at Bluegrass Little League. And
That was a
batter goes down to
that was
his
a
knees
strike
in his rear
right
end,
there.
gets the strike call.
I tell you, anytime you see a batter do that, a lot of times the umpire is going to make that strike call because there's no frame of reference at that point.
That's a good
We
point.
got a foul tip right there.
Excellent point, excellent point.
Always
Head on
frustrated
that.
me as a coach when a kid would just duck down like that because you just never know when that ball's going to come in. Or that ball could go right back in and be a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes on number 10. Pitch in from his swing and a miss there as he drops that off-speed pitch in. Nicely done to get the second out of the inning.
That was a nice little breaking curveball right there.
Absolutely. And
Went
that's where
to
you
the
want to put that, right?
Yeah.
You want to put that low. If any kind of contact, it's going to be a weak ground ball. They're not going to be able to lift that ball to the outfield.
Yep.
Sharp definitely knows what he's doing. It's reflected with
and
his,
that fooled the hitter.
And into the box now, big number 30, McCutcheon. One shake by Sharp as he's getting in sync to the windup. Drops that off-speed pitch. And once again, boy, he's loving the slow stuff tonight so far.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Gets ahead on this batter 0-1.
Taking control of the game.
Drops it in yet again, 0-2. You can see why this young pitcher tallied a 4.75 ERA in his 6 appearances in the regular season. 22 strikes. Fastball down the middle.
Just barely missed outside.
That looked good, of course.
It did. It looked good from here, but that's why we're here.
That's right. They're behind the fence, and the man in blue is out there calling balls and strikes. Pitch is on the way. It's going to be tapped
Foul
off the
ball.
foot of the batter. That'll go foul. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitches on the way. Drives the ball deep into the outfield. It's going to be tracked down there by big number.
Number 12.
Number 12.
A.J.
Corrigan. Still getting to low this team. All these young men have different numbers sometimes. So Corrigan had that ball played nicely. Hard hit ball, but he's able to corral that. And that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Henry County All-Stars as your Bluegrass Little League team gets ready to take the field for the offensive side of the first inning. Boy, good action so far. Bennett
Good,
Sharp
but
definitely
good.
up there dealing, isn't he?
And I tell you what, Bennett Sharp is taking control of this game very early. He's thrown some really good pitches right now. I'm going to check and see what the pitch count is for him. 14 pitches, 10 strikes.
How about that? I mean, anywhere around that 60% or more efficiency rate strikes the balls, and you're going to be in that elite level, in the little league level. And, boy, 10 strikes out of 14 pitches.
That's good.
He keeps up that pace, especially a 14-pitch inning, 7-inning game. He's got a chance to go complete.
And, you know, we've got a lot of pitchers on this Bluegrass team that can do that. Bennett Sharp's one, Matthew Barnett's one, A.J. Corrigan's one, Malcolm Hawley's one. There's plenty of pitching on this Bluegrass team.
You know, as I was kind of doing my homework, preparing for tonight, kind of looking over stats, I was looking at the exact same thing. Our partners at WL Stats do a great job of keeping the official game records throughout the regular season, and those folks, track that. And as I looked over this team, probably easily 6 of the top 10 pitchers in the division are on this 13U roster here tonight. So
Absolutely.
That's very exciting.
Absolutely. And we've got a lot of the best hitters in the 13U division on this roster as well. I think the top 5 are on this roster.
Absolutely. One of those being Mr. Matthew Barnett. Same last name. Any relation to this young man? Or
Not at all.
Not
Not
at
at
all.
all.
So I didn't think that. Even if it was, you might not.
He just followed me home one day and we kept him.
Yeah. Matthew really caught the attention of a lot of coaches over the season. First year playing at Bluegrass Little League after a long career at
he was at Southeast.
At Southeast.
He was at Southeast
Cal
Cal
Ripken.
Ripken.
Come over and join Bluegrass Little League for his 13-year-old season and very quickly make an impact on the Yankees. Earn himself a spot on this 13U All-Stars roster.
Yep, he was a 2-time All-Star over at Southeast, and Southeast 12U team ended up going runner-up in the state 46-60 tournament last year.
Wow.
And he was a big key for that.
Absolutely. Well, you come in, you bat .512 over the course of 15 games, you're going to earn yourself a spot on any roster. First pitch on the ball, fastball for a strike.
And I'll tell you one thing about Matthew, his baseball IQ is just absolutely excellent to be a 13U.
Swing and a miss
Ooh,
there.
swing at
On a
that
high
one.
60-mile-an-hour fastball from the pitcher. Pitches on the way. That one's high. Takes there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now, this is a situation where if it's anywhere close, you're going to have to swing at it because you don't want the umpire making the call here.
Settles in for the delivery. That one's high as well.
That's high.
Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Matthew has one of those uncanny abilities to pick good pitches and swing at them. Oh.
Swings through that one there on the hard fastball. 1 down here in the bottom of the first as number 88, the pitcher, Bennett Sharp, steps in.
Bennett batted .447 throughout the regular season at Bluegrass Little League. And he takes the ball on that one. That pitch was a little bit upstairs. Wind up in a
Delivery's
pitch.
on the way. Fastball
Outside.
Going to be 2 balls, no strikes. So he quickly works the count in his favor. Bluegrass sporting the navy and white uniforms, traditional for the All-Stars teams. Drives that ball right back at the pitcher.
Oh, wow.
That was almost a Lord of, I better save myself or I'm going to end up at the hospital type defense.
I tell you what, there's not much that you can do on that one when that happens.
Just flash the leather, hope it fits up in it, and kind of look down like, oh, look what I found. Easy toss over to the first baseman.
That was a great pickup by the pitcher, too.
Absolutely. 2 down here, number 12, A.J. Corrigan. Takes that ball high.
A.J. Corrigan led Bluegrass Little League last year in batting average with a 735 batting average. 25 hits.
OPS over 2,000. So not only is he making a lot of contact, he's making a lot of hard contact. Doubles, triples, extra base hits all over the ballpark. Tends to move the ball over everywhere. 4 home runs on the year. Takes that strike there.
Wow.
Falls behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got a hard throwing ace on the mound for Henry County. Tries to go
Way
with the ball, slips
upstairs.
out of his hand just a little bit. Misses that one upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball.
It's a piece with the foul.
Fouled off that outside pitch. That's probably a little bit too far outside, but that's one of those ones where that could have gone either way.
Pitcher into his windup. High leg kick, delivers off speed. It's going to be high, misses on that breaking ball. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to the number 3 hitter, big tall, number 12, A.J. Corrigan.
Good quality at bat here by A.J. Corrigan. And a foul off on that one.
Probably swung on ball 4, but like we mentioned 1,000 times on these broadcasts, 2 strikes, you got to go. You cannot leave it up to the man, so don't fault them at all for going after that pitch.
No, absolutely not. And at this point, you've got to figure out what the strike zone is and what strike zone he is calling.
And takes ball 4. Quality at bat there by Corrigan as he works that count full, fouls off a couple of pitches, and sets the table here for big number 34, Mr. Malcolm Hawley. Hawley, one of the most powerful hitters in the division, spends countless hours at the ballpark, in the cage, hitting balls off the tee, off the pitching machine. Known for his relentless work ethic.
And A.J.
Expect that to pay off.
And A.J. Corrigan has great speed over there at first base.
You know, he swiped a ton of bags this year.
Yep.
I know even on my Dodgers team, it was almost a given. If he's on first, he's probably at second, and you better watch out with the scamper to third.
And he's probably third at that point.
And he's there easily.
He is easily there.
Swipe bag there. Hawley, 542 hitter on the year with OPS just shy of 1.3, so similar to Corrigan. Plenty of power. Drives that ball over to the shortstop. It's going to eat him up. Corrigan's going to turn. He's getting waved on by Kevin Golte. We are going to have a throw.
Score.
That's going to be way too late. That will allow Hawley to scamper over to second base. We've got our first run of the game as Mr. Malcolm Hawley drives in. Corrigan with a hard hit ball. Eat up off of the shortstop. Stepping into the box, the catcher, number 8, Cooper Caudle. Cooper's a good friend of mine, played for the Blue Jays this year, led that team in their march all the way to the semifinals. Pitching from the stretch. Line drive, ball through the gap, base hit. They're going to go ahead and send him. They are going to send him home. That ball's going to be cut off. And quickly back to third base is Malcolm Hawley. Nicely done by number 8, Cooper Caudle. Advancing Hawley, they've got him cornered. Stepping into the box now, number 18,
that will be Braylon Goldie.
Right fielder. Hitting from the right side of the box, or the left-handed batter's box, I should say.
And Cooper Caudle's got some speed here, too.
And Caudle takes off very quickly, and we're going to have a take there as a fake throw from the catcher down. Pitcher does his job, gets the strike, but does put both runners in scoring position for young Mr. Goldie. Now, don't be taken aback by his somewhat slight stature. This young man had 4 home runs in the regular season. He's going to take that on the outside corner. Hall's behind on the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is on the way. Driven! Oh, wow! Just
foul, barely. That wasn't foul by much.
It was not foul by much. Ball was driven hard down that third base line. Probably carried over the bag, over the head of Malcolm Hawley, but lands just in
And if that thing stayed fair, we had 2 more runs on the board.
Easily, yeah, with the speed on the bases there with Caudle. Goldie will settle in at the back of the batter's box. Takes that pitch high.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 down at the bottom of the first. Your Bluegrass All-Stars lead this one 1-0. Pitch is on the way. Fouled off by Goldie. He stays alive with a good battle here.
No shame in swinging to that pitch.
Absolutely. You know, if nothing else, you're putting pitches on this young hurler's right arm. 95 would be the pitch count for these 13-year-olds. Takes that ball high. Evens up the count.
Yep, and he's already at 25 pitches now.
That's what you need. 25 to 30 pitches an inning. You get this guy out of here within the first 4.
And since they played the game earlier.
That's right. So they used at least 3 or 4 arms earlier. Goldie works that count high.
We got a full count.
Another quality at bat As Goldie's going to look to load up the bases, either by hook or by crook, one way or another. He's going to want to get down to first. Settles in. Pitcher's ready from the stretch. Pitches on the way. Swing and a miss by Goldie, and that'll do it here for the ending. Bluegrass Little League All-Star strand 2, but not before they jump ahead to a 1-0 lead following a strong RBI hit from Malcolm Hawley.
Very good offensive inning right there for Bluegrass.
Absolutely. You got to come out and set the tone, right?
Yep,
the tone is, hey, this is our turf, this is our city, and if you're going to come in and try to take the championship away from us, you better have your A game ready to go, because I guarantee you these 12 young men are going to have everything they've got on the field tonight.
You're going to own it.
Absolutely.
You've got to own it.
Take this break in action to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, the Bluegrass Rangers Baseball Club, all of the equipment and the technical requirements to broadcast these games live. Happily donated by our friends at Bluegrass Rangers Baseball Club. Check them out, BluegrassRangers.com. They'll be having tryouts for their 2024 teams coming up in the beginning of August. And also an informational night at the park, July 24th. Come on out for some free hot dogs, wiffle ball, kickball, and a great opportunity to learn more about this unique player development program in partnership with Bluegrass Little League. Check it out, BluegrassRangers.com.
And it looks like our defensive set here is the same for Bluegrass as it was in the first inning. Looks like we've got Paget at first, Barnett at second, Seabury at short, and Hawley at third with Bennett Sharp back on the mound.
Very efficient first inning, only 14 pitches to get through the first 3 batters. Called with a shot down there, and that'll bring in their big cleanup hitter for the Henry County All-Stars. That's going to be number 99, Davis. Sharp from the windup, delivers the first pitch. And gets away from him.
Davis played first base for Henry County in the last game, and he made some very excellent plays over there, grabbing some balls, some line drives, and stepping on first base.
Takes that pitch right down the middle, 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks over at the third base coach, nods his head. Yeah. That's probably one I should have swung at. Settles in, swinging to 80 360, one of the most popular bats in the league division this year.
That ball was low in the dirt.
2 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball. Straight back.
He was in front of that one.
Yeah, that's one thing I remember Sharp doing very well against us and against all of the teams is mixing and matching his pitch selection. I've had an opportunity to work with the man behind the plate, Cooper Caudle, on my 12U Rangers team, and his IQ and knowing how to recognize batters has come such a long way.
Absolutely. And that ball is fouled straight back over the screen, and it looks like it is going into the yard of the aquatic center right next door to us.
That's right. Yeah, very excited to be coming from Southland Park tonight. Typically our Bluegrass Little League teams.
Oh,
wow.
Good pitch right there, an off-speed pitch.
I just had to stop and watch the beauty and majesty of that breaking ball from young Bennett Sharp. That ball dropped about 1.5 feet within the last 6 feet.
That ball fooled me. I thought that was going to be another ball.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Whoa.
It sunk right back in there. Nicely done for the first out.
Wow, what a good.
On the way from Sharp's going to be just a bit low. As I was saying, typically play at Cardinal Run Park, just a few miles from here, but the facilities at Cardinal Run don't allow for this size field, so our partners at Fayette County Parks and Rec were gracious enough to let us host this event here at Southland Park. Nice block there by Caudle. That's another thing that these young men, you see at this age, is when they really start to develop some of the more advanced techniques required to excel in this game. Blocking behind home plate being one of those key skills. Deep breath by Sharp. Gets that
there you
strike
go.
At the knees. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yep, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Lyons settles in, pitches on the way. maybe just a bit low.
Just-
Boy, it looked about like that same pitch right before it, but maybe just a millimeter on the low side there.
Wonder if it might have been.
Could have been. Works that count 3-1.
Yep.
Pitches on the way. And misses outside there. And with that, Henry County has their first base runner with the first walk of the game. That's number 3, Lyons, making his way down to first as their number 5 hitter, number 6 hitter, number 2. Steps in.
We got a big lead over at first base right now by the base runner.
See if Sharp can recognize that.
He does, and they got him. He's gone. Great play right there. Great play right there by Bennett Sharp right there. He recognized it. He got a little bit too greedy on the base pads, and that ended up getting him out. He was picked off there.
And hey, tip of the cap to my broadcast partner, recognizing that base that runner was getting a little too greedy, almost called for the pickoff from behind the fence.
Yep.
That ball drops in for a ball just a little bit high and outside. So no harm done on that walk as they quickly send that batter back to the dugout.
Absolutely.
1 out here in the top of the second.
That's 2 outs.
That is 2 outs.
That's 2 outs because we had 1 strikeout.
That's right. That's right. I really should pay attention to my screen right in front of me. Pitches on the way. Works right back in there for a strike. Nicely done.
Hit the outside corner of that plate. I tell you what, the confidence of this infield right there after that pickoff just grew.
Absolutely. Playing pretty deep is the shortstop, Mr. Joe Seabury, but with his speed, he can gobble up pretty much anything in that gap.
Little outside on that one.
I think even Mr. Haichu thought that might have been a strikeout.
Yeah, I thought
had
he
a little
did
bit of
too.
a
He
lead
kinda
back
looked
towards
at
the dugout, didn't he?
He took 1 step back toward the dugout.
2 balls, 2 strikes now, 2 outs. That ball's going to be popped up. We've got a play at that. Who's going to get it? Mr. Caudill
Good
comes out
play by
behind
Cooper
home plate,
Caudill.
says,
behind the
me,
plate.
me. Corrals that into the nice Rawlings mitt, and they'll retire the side. Nicely done once again by the defense of the Bluegrass All-Stars. Your score midway through the second inning, they hold on to the 1-0 lead.
Yes, it is.
They must be wanting to save their big ace maybe for.
Yeah.
Looks like we'll have a pitching change for the Henry County All-Stars as a new hurler comes in. That's going to be Whitaker on the mound.
For Henry County. One was owned. Walk. They 6 batters.
Have to think so. Obviously, pitch counts come into play with these tournaments and having so much. Must be something the Henry County coaching staff thinking about down the line.
Because we got 95 pitches per day for a pitcher, and then pitcher can pitch 3 consecutive days. And if this tournament goes 3 consecutive days, save some arms.
That's right. Especially with that long game going the first, I believe they used
Yep.
at least 4 pitchers in that first game. So
Yep. And also,
they're gonna
too,
want-
he had, what, 27 pitches?
27
So that gives
pitches.
him 1 day's rest.
Okay.
So he
Yep.
wouldn't be eligible to pitch tomorrow.
Step into the box now for the Bluegrass All-Stars, the shortstop, number 3, Mr. Joe Seabury. Shows bunt.
We had a,
Unable to make contact, so he'll fall behind in the count, 0-1.
not a bad idea to mix it up right there and do a little
Absolutely.
bunt. See if they're awake for it. On this side.
And he's going to tap that back to the pitcher. He fields that clean. Flips over to Davis at first, and that'll retire the first batter of the inning for the Bluegrass All-Stars.
Yep. Hit 387.
Takes first pitch strike there. Falls behind in the count, 0-1. OPS just shy of 1,000, so definitely some ability to put the ball deep, get some extra base hits. Takes that pitch
That's a
low.
ball.
Evens up the count.
That on the outside corner. That's another one that's low.
That's been Whitaker's miss so far. Even his warm-up pitches has been pulling that ball just a little bit overcooked down low into the dirt.
Yep.
Makes
That
some
ball straight
correction
down the
there, brings
middle.
it back up. So now, one thing obviously, probably trying to stay working low in the zone. Don't want to give anything up. Power hitters up in the middle, let them turn on one. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Comes back low and misses there.
And we got a full count. This is one of those ones where if it's close, you got to swing at it.
Kelly settles in. Pitches on the way. Drop third strike.
That was a foul tip.
Looks like it was a foul tip. So late.
Foul tip off catcher's mitt. Catcher,
Oh.
catcher was not even hung on to it.
Umpire home plate is set. Pitcher's ready from the stretch. This time is foul tip, but caught by the catcher cleanly, so that will be strike 3 and the second out of the inning.
And that brings us to the 9th hitter, Braden Sparks. Braden's got the opportunity to have some power here. That's a pretty good swing by him.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to be aggressive on that first pitch. Try to get something going, set the tone here.
On one count, there's strike right down the middle. You had to swing at that one. In the dirt.
Ball skips in the dirt all the way back to the backstop. Even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
One thing I'm impressed with right now, Bluegrass has not had a batter strikeout looking. Good hit.
Drive one into the gap in right field. That's going to be down.
That's gonna-
Fielder
that's
tries
gonna
to make an
get-
attempt at it, but instead it gets past him. It's going to be picked up by the right fielder, covering on backup. Ball's
That's
thrown
gonna be a
in,
double.
and that'll go as a base hit double for young Mr. Sparks as he drives that ball out to the temporary fence set up here at 240 feet.
And I tell you what, that was a really good recognition of a ball that was kind of up in the zone, and he was able to drive that ball into the gap.
Absolutely. Just talked about this pitcher. The last thing he wants to do is miss up to one of these power hitters. Probably the first pitch he missed, and man, did Sparks take advantage of that. That brings number 23, Jordan Blanton, to the plate. Goes after that high pitch.
Yeah, went
swing and a
after the
miss
high
on
one.
that one.
Tell you what, a lot of these kids love these high pitches.
Takes that, running towards third,
Oh.
and he's going to be out by a couple of steps.
Yep, he got a bad break at second base on that one when he was trying to steal, and the catcher recognized that one. Kind of a little bit of a pitch out right there,
Almost.
as the catcher just threw that one over to third base, and they ended up getting Sparks by a mile.
And with that put out on the base pass, that'll do it for the second inning. Bluegrass Little League hangs on to a 1-0 lead. Tonight's contest set for 7 innings here in the intermediate division. Now, for those of you that watched our broadcast last week at the district tournament for the 10U, 11U, and 12U tournaments, those were 6-inning games, but now that we are in the intermediate, these games are slated for 7 innings. Of course, slightly different format. Pitching mound set 4 feet farther back, so 50 feet from the rubber to the apex of home plate, and 70-foot base pass, so a little bit larger field. In addition, the base runners are able to lead off, which is the first division in the Little League program that runners are able to lead. So it introduces balks, it introduces base running strategy like we saw the pickoff earlier, and certainly makes things a little bit more challenging on the defense to keep those runners where they need to be.
And I'm not sure if you mentioned this or not, but the other difference too is the drop third strike is in play.
That's right.
And sometimes that can change the game.
You know, especially if you end up with a base runner at third, leave one out, drop third strike. You know, the next thing you know, the defenses can be a little bit of no man's land. Do I try to get the out at one, sacrifice the run coming home from third, and if you're lucky, from an offensive side of things, you end up with runners on the corner. So
absolutely,
we'll see if that comes into play throughout tonight's contest. Pitch from Sharp's going to be fouled back by the leadoff batter for Henry County. That's number 23, Crow, as that ball's popped back right into the grassy area.
Crow just swung at that ball just a little bit too late. He saw it coming down a little bit too late on that swing. A little bit high on that one, outside the zone.
Just a little high there, yep. Our broadcast booth coming to you from behind and just offset to the left of home plate tonight. That ball is going to be swung on, tipped back off of the shin guard of the umpire, so Sharp will get up in this count, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that looked like a foul tip on that one. It looked like he just struck the very tip of the bat. Which that tells you that Bennett Sharp's working that outside corner.
Nobody on.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
See if he bounces this ball in front of home plate.
Oh, what a
play!
And it got
that pitch.
Wow.
Yep.
What a pitch right there by Bennett Sharp. He threw that one just to throw an off-speed pitch, and the batter took the bait, swung at it, and then it wasn't caught cleanly, so our catcher had to tag him out as he was running to first base. We got 2 away. Wow, good pitch right there.
Pitch number batter for the Henry County All-Stars, number 24, Whitaker, the new pitcher for the start of this third. Sharp gets his sign from Caudle.
Shook him off twice.
A little weakly hit ball that's going to be back over.
Malcolm Hawley got it.
Big, strong third baseman, number 34, Malcolm Hawley, as they'll shoot the ball around the infield. Quickly, 2 outs here in the top of the third as Bennett Sharp continues to manage extremely efficiently from the mound. At the plate for Henry County, number 7, Hernandez. Look for this first pitch, breaking ball. Nope.
Oh, wow. Hernandez got
all
of that one, and that's gone.
Over the temporary fence. And with 1 swing of the bat, Henry County has tied it up with that home run to left center by Hernandez.
He got all of that one. And that ball went about 255, 260 over left center. And it looks like the home run celebration for Henry County is an Uncle Sam hat.
Love that.
As the players put a Uncle Sam hat on Hernandez as he crossed the plate. Good to see him have a little fun on 4th of July, right?
Absolutely. See if Sharp can't recover from that shot.
Bennett just needs to shake this off here.
Briscoe.
Because when you throw strikes, occasionally someone's going to put it over the fence. That just happens. One ball, two strikes. Strike three, looking.
Nicely done, nicely done.
That ball was right down the heart of the plate, and Bennett recovered pretty well from giving up that home run. We're going to the bottom of the third, tied 1-1. All right, we're back at Southland Park, and Jordan Blanton swings at the first pitch. Swings and misses, strike one.
Blanton was at the plate at the end of the second when Sparks was thrown out at third, so he gets a fresh set of pitches.
And he bunts that one backward. Counts now 0-2. Not a bad idea right there, try to keep defense honest. Outside and low, so that's going to be one ball, two strikes. That was good plate discipline right there by Jordan Blanton. A lot of kids sometimes will just swing at that pitch right there with 0-2 because they're anticipating it coming down the plate.
And he quickly works this one back even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Interesting setup and delivery for this young pitcher on the mound, almost with his back towards the third base side and a full-on twist of the hips all the way on the windup. Swing and a miss by Blanton on that high pitch, and he goes down for the first out here in the bottom of the third.
Number 9, Cal Fankich. Good eye on that one. Kyle watches one go right into the dirt on the outside. Ball one. Pitcher's got the sign from the catcher, winds up, throws it. Kyle strikes the ball to the shortstop. And the shortstop throws Kyle out, although Kyle had some good speed there. Almost beat that one out.
I'll tell you one thing, this Henry County team definitely has some size.
Yeah, they do.
Davis at first, Cutchin over at shortstop, obviously Hernandez, Haichu over at third. They
got some good size.
Definitely some good size and some power at the plate. Two outs here in the bottom of the third. Stepping into the box, number 19, my good friend, Mr. Gavin Padgett. Gavin played for the Intermediate Dodgers this year, my spring season league team. Ball gets away from the pitcher high. Padgett's up 2-0.
pitch right there by Whitaker. Came back after those two really.
A little bit of an off-speed pitch changeup or a breaking ball there or something.
Yep.
Paget takes that one, sees that.
And Paget's got this interesting delivery of his. Leads us to 3-1.
Misses that one, 3-1. Whoops.
And this is one where you want to exercise a lot of plate discipline, right?
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that Paget is known for. He's going to watch the ball. If it's there, he's going to swing. Let's see what happens here.
Little
Lays off of that high pitch. Didn't like that. 3-2 count now. Full on Paget. He has his eyes set on Auburn University as his college aspirations.
And this is one where now you got to swing at anything close after that call, second strike. Ball four.
Takes that ball
Good
four
eye.
outside.
Top of the order. Brings us back to Matthew Barnett.
That's right. Paget flips it over, hands it over to Barnett.
And the odd thing about Matthew is being a leadoff batter for most of the year for the Yankees at Bluegrass. He was one of the leaders in RBIs in the league, which you really don't see from a
You
leadoff
don't see
batter
that very often, right? So that means obviously the Yankees probably had some hitters in the bottom of the order that were able to set the table, and he was able to drive things in. Obviously a big baseball fan. Barnett also a fan of Manchester City. Big soccer fan, is he?
Oh, big soccer fan.
Takes that second pitch high.
Can't tell
Not
you
high
how.
according to the umpire. High according
I
to
thought
me,
that was a little
but,
bit high.
hey, falls behind in this count. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 down and a runner on first.
Got a little bit of a wide strike zone here. Matthew fouls that one off.
Look out over in the pool. Splash down
Yep, that
into
went
the
in the
water.
pool.
Wah, 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 wah.
Somebody over in the pool's got a souvenir.
That's right. That's right. I imagine that one might be locked up for the night. That's going to be ball come tomorrow morning.
Fishing that one out in the morning.
Takes that ball down. That's
Ball
going to
gets
allow
away
Paget
from the
to
catcher,
scamper
and
over to
that's
second
going
base.
to-
All of a sudden, runner in scoring position.
That gets Paget over to second base.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Quick equipment malfunction repaired by the catcher.
Matthew needs to get a big hit here.
Pitcher settles in from the stretch. Nobody holding Paget on. Breaking ball, he fouls off.
Way to hang on that one. Got out a little bit too far ahead of that one.
Mr. Barnett also did a bunch of pitching for the Yankees this season, trying to emulate some of his favorite players. Big fan of Clayton Kershaw, and one of my all-time favorites growing up, Mr. Greg Maddux. You know, Maddux is funny because I think I remember seeing a meme or something. You know, all this sign stealing stuff doesn't matter. I'm going to throw you an 88-mile-an-hour sinker, and you're going to swing and miss at it. You know?
I'm going to tell you what it is.
I'm going to tell you what it is, and you're still not going to hit it. Ball's going to be a little bloop. That could actually end up being
Matthew's got
And his
speed.
speed.
He's safe.
Oh, we're going to have a play at the plate. That's number 19 in a run down here. It's going to be tossed back, and we'll have an out there on the base path.
He tagged him.
Got a look
If he
there
had
from
slid-
head coach Kevin Goldie. I don't think that was a planned play to come around third, but regardless, that'll do it here for the third inning. Your score after 3. Bluegrass Little League All-Stars 1. Henry County Little League All-Stars 1.
And we are back at Southland Park. Sharp is going to start the 4th inning for Bluegrass.
Extremely efficient with only 40 pitches so far through the 3 innings.
Yep.
So
41 pitches, 27 strikes.
absolutely.
And this would be the 11th batter that he's faced. Smith, number 8.
Delivers that first pitch strike. You know, it's one of the stats that we don't use a lot in youth baseball, but something about that first pitch strike just really sets the tone for the at-bat.
Absolutely.
Opens up a lot more options for the pitcher to come back with a breaking ball, try to work them low and away. You know, you get behind in the count, you got to be more defensive. So
And also, too, that first pitch strike gives the defense confidence.
that ball sneaks out of the pit, behind the plate. Bennett loses that one. Glove side, falls behind in this count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss on that one.
Ball just sinks out of the bottom. I don't know if he's throwing a splitter, a sinker, or if that was just his natural fastball move. But, man, that ball died at the end.
That looked like a golf swing, though, too. 3-2. That ball was high, head high.
A little bit smaller strike zone on this batter than he's used to.
Absolutely.
The big old comes back. Smith works his way into a walk.
Bennett tonight.
Yep. But they make quick work of the first base.
Yes, they did.
Move. So let's see if they can stay alert. My guess is number 8, Smith, probably has a little bit of speed over there. Squares to bunt. Throw down here is going to be knocked down by Patchett. It's a good thing, too, because that ball gets into the right field. Easily allows that base runner to go to second. So nicely done by Patchett just to keep that ball on the infield. Delivers
That was a
here.
good
Way to
pitch
come
right
back
there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit the outside corner. Oh!
Not a bad idea.
He was going to go picked off.
Batter came around, squared around the bunt rather than just sitting in there and throwing that baseball in. Decides to take that pickoff attempt. Forces the action to reset. Pitches on the way. Going to lose that one high. On the bunt. That doesn't fool him that time. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now with the 2-2 count, it's going to be very difficult to bunt on this one unless you're a really excellent bunter.
Yeah, I don't think they were really trying to lay things down. I think they were maybe trying to elicit a walk there, maybe some balls from Barnett, but I'm sorry, from
Bennett.
Sharp. But
Yep.
Yeah, he's way too skilled, way too experienced to fall for that old trick of showing that bunt to force that visual mistake. So comes right back in, fires that strike, follows it up with another foul ball. Buckley staying alive in the box. Set into the stretch. Swing and a miss.
Another
there.
foul
It's gonna
ball.
be off the lid. Hobbles his way back to the pits. He'll shake that off. Now, I've often heard it takes a special breed of crazy to be a catcher.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I say this in all love, but that young man, he is a special breed of crazy, let me tell you.
I tried to be a catcher once, didn't work too well. And a throw over from Sharp over to Gavin Patchett. And we got a full count. That pitch was inside and low. So 3-2, what we're looking for right now.
Sharp is shown to a batter here. This is that ball low and away for back walks.
Now we got
On here in the top of the 4th. Runners out just
Bennett just needs to take a deep breath, take a little time, throw some strikes. Bennett's delivery was the inside ball. Gets a sign from the catcher. Sharp looks towards second. Looks again towards second. Fires, delivers. Strike down the middle.
First ball.
He's up to 56 pitches now. This will be the 57th pitch that he has thrown tonight. Looks towards second. Looks again towards second. Delivers. To Matthew. Matthew. Oh, a little bit low.
That's going to allow the runner to score coming in. Henry County All-Stars going to take the lead there. That'll be a choice. 4-6. How that will be scored, and then likely an error. I'm not sure if they'll charge that against the stop Seaver, against the first baseman Paget on the throw over the one. That error will allow the second run of the game to score as Henry County now takes the lead.
Right idea, though, by Joe Seabury.
Oh, yeah.
Right idea.
That ball quickly enough.
That's a very difficult play to make.
And Cardinal has a little bit of trouble getting the ball out of the mitt. That's going to allow that base runner to advance over to 2. Runner at second, one out. Base coach for the Henry County All-Stars screaming more.
That one away.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how much more I'd want to do that with Matthew sitting there at second base.
Got him on the inside move.
Yep,
They're going to
got
run
him.
20 minutes, get him into a pickle here. Umpire's a little bit in the way. Gets it
Got
to
him.
Net, and he's out.
Matthew got him. Matthew tagged him.
Nice
Swipe
run.
tag as he was coming back in. Yep. He got him. Just, yep. And the runner can't believe it, but I saw the tag hit.
He never did get the tag on me. That'll be 2 putouts on. Nice little inside move after. The great thing was that the last pickoff move was a spin move.
Right.
He mixed it right back up with the inside move, enticed that runner off. They clear the bases up with that runner off a second for the second out. Drops that curveball in for a ball. Apparently.
Henry County is having a lot of difficulty reading Bennett.
Back to the action. Plate 2 balls, no strikes to number 10. Marlette comes right. One thing I like about Sharp is he may fall behind, but he's going to work himself right back into just about every at-bat he faces.
Absolutely.
Gets the strike call there, low at the knees, and just like that,
Very late
even
call.
up at 2-2.
That was a late call, but I'll take it. And he fires back. Joe Seabury catches that at shortstop.
While they do give away 1 run here in the top of the 4th, they limit the damage with some great play, and that'll do it here. We are exactly halfway through this contest. The visiting team, Henry County All-Stars, currently lead this one 2-1.
Luke Morgan and Malcolm Hawley.
Oh, that's exactly where you want that. Bases, and Malcolm Hawley able to drive him in afterwards. So let's see if we can't put a little more runs on the board. Go ahead and retake the lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Now batting for the Bluegrass All-Stars, number 88, Bennett Sharp. Takes that first pitch strike as Whitaker drops that in.
Bennett's supposed to the pitcher. How'd he get on? Oh. Oh. Other. All right. Yeah.
Nobody on the right side of the stands. Oh, but it is a ball called by the man in blue. 2 balls and 2 strikes to young Mr. Sharp. Reaches, makes contact with that fastball on the outside edge. He stays alive.
That's one of those pitches where you got to swing at it. For the simple reason you got a 2-2 count. Got to swing at it anywhere close. You don't want to umpire.
Nicely done. Sits back on that breaking ball. Doesn't get ahead of it. Able to foul it back.
This will be the 7th pitch. Now, good quality at bat. 8. Got out in front of that.
To the second baseman, handled easily there. Sharp got fooled on that breaking ball. Was able to make contact, but out to the second base gap. That'll be the first out of the inning here. Stepping into the box now. Big.
And he ended up scoring a run.
That first run. That's right on that line drive from our hard hit ground ball from Hawley, right behind him. Corrigan takes the first pitch low. This young man is the epitome of a 3-sport athlete. Attends Sayre School here in Lexington. Baseball, basketball, football, and excels at all 3. Takes that ball high, which is tough to do on a 6'3", 13-year-old. I think he and I will be good friends. His favorite movie, Rocky III.
Oh, wow. I'm a Tiger. The big slugger in the number 3 spot. 3-0 count here.
3-0.
At this situation, it's got to be straight down the heart of the plate.
They're going to go ahead and put him on, which is an interesting.
That's an interesting move. That would not be the person I'd give an intentional pass to.
With the 3-0 count.
Especially with the speed he's got.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
a very interesting call. Unless you're doing it to preserve pitches.
Yeah. Well, so here's the interesting thing. Pitcher's still charged with that.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So even though he doesn't deliver it.
In other leagues, that's not the case.
Yep, but in Little League,
wow,
he is charged with that pitch.
Lonesome?
As a 4th pitch. So that'll increment his pitch count for number 24, Whitaker, by 1. Does put Corrigan on the bases. He's taking.
And that ball was way past second baseman on that one. Or shortstop, rather.
Was Hawley. Behind outside, so a ball to the batter. Another swipe bag by Corrigan puts him in scoring position.
It's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, to throw out A.J. Corrigan with the speed he's got.
This catcher definitely had a good arm, had enough pace on that pitch, but certainly off line. Well, to Hawley, it's going to be 2 balls, no strikes.
Whitaker's starting to have control issues now. This is not the part of the lineup you'd want to have that happen to you.
So I'm a bit of a baseball bat connoisseur. Just recognized Hawley swinging a Little Slugger 718 2-piece bat from about 2 years ago. Still one of the plenty of power in that stick. 718 was one of the best bats ever made.
Yep.
It doesn't surprise me that he would know to go out and seek one of those to improve his chances at the plate here in the state tournament. Swing and a miss there on.
Swing and a miss at that one. That ball just went to the center of the plate and just dove.
And that'll make the count full.
We got full count.
Hawley going to look to try to do some damage here. And he hits the ball over to the shortstop. They're going to check.
AJ makes him make the
play.
play.
Third, it's going to be picked cleanly there at first base.
And AJ, ball gets away.
On a sloppy throw.
There you go.
Sudden, this game it's tied. So, even though Hawley grounds into the 6-3 out, good base running by Morgan allows him to advance to third, and then what we can only explain is a somewhat uncharacteristic play for an all-star caliber team.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Allows Corgan to get on home on the
Yeah, not real sure even throw that ball over the third.
He was already standing on the base adjusting his shoelace.
Yeah.
As Cooper Caudle steps in with his St. Louis Cardinals Bruce Bolt gloves on.
And Caudle
Driven out right to the left fielder, and it's going to be handled for the final out of the inning.
but we get a run.
Hey, it's 6 minutes since the beginning of this ball game, and we're right back where we started. 2 runs apiece.
All right, we're back, top of the 5th inning with Bennett Sharp returning to the mound. And Bennett delivers his 64th pitch.
And it's a good one. Breaking ball into the batter, number 30, McCutcheon, for first pitch strike.
He's thrown 39 strikes today.
And
That would be
he gets
40.
Second strike. The batter looks over at his third base coach like, what am I supposed to do here? Like, I'm not swinging? If I'm him, I come right back with it. And he does. 3
Strike
breaking
out.
balls in a row. McCutcheon is not happy as he walks back. Nicely done by young Mr. Bennett Sharp. Big grin on the smile of the right-handed pitcher.
Out.
5th strikeout.
5th strikeout.
Nicely done. Now, after 3 breaking balls in a row, Davis has got to be sitting on that curve. So if I'm Bennett, I'm coming back fastball high. Nope.
Does.
He says, you know what? I like this curveball. I think I'll keep on slipping that thing right in there.
I think that was a little bit of a fastball.
Could have been. We'll call it a changeup. How about that?
Works
Split
for
the
me.
difference.
I'll take that.
Misses that ball just away. Evens up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Grounds that to
Hard hit ball
Seabury.
there over
Seabury
Joe
throws that over to first base to Malcolm Hawley's at first base now,
Malcolm
and that
Hawley
is
on
the
the
second
long
out of the inning. Right there by Joe Seabury. He got his glove down, got a nice throw over to Malcolm Hawley, and Malcolm was able to record that as a putout.
Quickly 2 down here in the top of the 5th as number 3 Lyons now at the plate. He'll take that first pitch as a ball.
Bluegrass has looked great on defense tonight. Strike inside. 1-1. Bennett gets the sign from his catcher. Misses inside. 2-1. And Bennett will be delivering his 70s inside. And it's 3-1. He needs to come back with a strike here. Agrees with the sign. Winds up, pitches, straight down the heart of the plate. Swing. 3-2. We got a full count.
Deep breath by Sharp into the windup. Ball's going to be pulled.
Foul ball.
Good location there by Sharp, though. Puts that ball down and inside. So the only place that ball could go is up the left side on a weak hit grounder. If Lyons does anything with the ball other than that, then boy, he's something special.
It looks like we got Jordan Blanton over in left field still, and looks like Braden Goley's still over in right. And Bennett, it's going to be a walk recorded.
Handling first base duties now for Bluegrass Little League is Malcolm Hawley. Middle infield still the same with Barnett and Seabury.
Great awareness right there by Bennett Sharp. He's not letting these runners get too much of a lead on him. Foul ball. That ricochets off the catcher's mask, and I think it hit the umpire as well. On getting hit by a foul ball hose.
Yeah, I've done a lot of work behind the plate myself as an umpire, and you know, you got a lot of body armor, but inevitably that baseball is going to find the 1 square inch of space that you don't have protection.
Absolutely.
Ball's going to be missed down and low, picked up by Cooper Call. He might have a shot here. Ball's going to be offline, but
Great
Seabury
backup
quickly
right
over to
there
back
by
up
Joe
that
Seabury.
throw.
And Bennett is working on his 78th pitch now.
As the sound of fireworks begins here at Southland Park. Bennett inside move.
Two outs, 1-1 count. Bennett fires to home plate.
Catches the strike.
Code ball, that one.
For where we're sitting, probably 15 feet left of home plate and behind the fence, you can really see that
Absolutely.
off of about 10 feet away from the plate. It just takes off straight down.
And
despite giving up one base runner in the top of the 5th. Your score still all tied up. Bluegrass Little League 2.
All right, we're back at Southland Park. And the batter is number 18, Braylon. Goldie tonight has had one at-bat, and he's struck out on his one at-bat. And he swings at that one. And that ball gets right through the shortstop for a hit. Braylon Goldie gets a single to center field on that one. And that brings us up to number 3. And Joe Seabury having one at bat, and he ended up not having anything really recorded because of the fielder's choice that he ended up First base by the pitcher Whitaker. Goldie's back. Wind up and the pitch. Seabury shows bunt. Goldie gets about 8 or 9 steps over to second base. Catcher throws the ball down to first base, and Goldie is back at first base with a safe call. Goldie gets the sign from close right there. Whitaker's really working on the base runner right now. And he throws again.
Goldie throws back. They are intent to keep him over there. They must recognize the speed there by young number 18. As he's Seabury at the plate. That pitch is going to be high, and he does go. And that ball
goes straight to center
field. They'll wisely hold him there.
Yep.
No need for him to go ahead and try to force anything, not with no outs. You know, kind of one of the –
especially with the 2-2 lead, nobody out. And they have been working that pickoff move over to first base. I think they threw over there 5 or 6 times.
Absolutely. Seabury up ahead in this count, 2-0. The 18 hitter, so
Whitaker steps off the mound.
He had an OPS of 837, so he knows how to find his way onto the base.
And we have a timeout right now. Henry County's coach is coming out to speak to the entire infield.
That's good work there by the base running. That's one of the things. You have to be aggressive on the base pass, but as we saw with the Henry County team, they got too aggressive, had 2 guys picked off. Now, Bluegrass had one or two little base running mistakes of their own so far early in this game. However, that was done pretty well. Goldie being aggressive, making sure the pitcher knows, and then ultimately the chaos that he was creating forced that bad throw by the catcher in the center field, allowed him to take second base pretty easily.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what you want to do, is you want to, as the base runner, you want to cause as much chaos as you can. Because what you're trying to do is break the concentration between the pitcher and the catcher.
That's right. That's right. That momentary lapse of conversation one way or another can absolutely result in something happening there. So,
and we're back to action. See if we coming back into the batter's box.
If anything, I'm looking for Seabury to make contact with this ball and advance goalie to third base, make him 70 feet closer to home plate. That's exactly what he does. That's going to be a little knuckler, and that ball is going to be down. We might have a chance at a double play. It's going to be thrown into right field. Goldie is, got to recognize that is past the first baseman. So now, that was certainly an interesting way to go about that. Nope, we're going to have an opportunity here. Goldie's going to be charging in. It's going to be tossed over the head, and he scores!
There we go.
Coach Kevin Gold.
There was a whole lot going on with that one.
Woo! I'm going to go back and watch that one in replay. So, all right, let me try to explain here. Little fly ball into short left field. Shortstop, all due credit, makes a phenomenal rundown, makes the catch, tries to double off Goldie, who had advanced about a third of the way through. Looks like we're going we got a baseball bat we got to pick up. Ball gets away from the second baseman on the throwback from the shortstop. Ends up in right field. Now, the play should have ended there. Right. Should have corralled it, but ball gets past him. Goldie recognizes that, hops up, makes his way to third, turns the corner once again, creating chaos, making them make a throw. Right fielder throws it in, past the catcher. Goldie recognizes, boom! Go ahead, run, 3-2. How about that?
And that's one of those situations where if you're a base runner, you have to be attentive at all times because you never know where that ball is going, and that's exactly what happened out here.
Now at the plate, number 26, Micah Kelly.
And it's 1-1. First pitch was a strike down the heart of the plate. Second pitch was a ball in the dirt. And you take a look at the body language here on the Henry County.
boy,
shell-shocked after that last one.
Kind of walking around. That play was deflating.
Yep.
That's a ball there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gets away from the catcher.
And Henry County's been out here a whole lot today.
Now, young Mr. Kelly here, not native of Kentucky.
Yes.
Take a guess where he may be from?
California.
That's right. Had the one and only Mr. Tiger Woods.
Wow. And I think he's met a lot of other famous people too out in California.
That's right. They got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Bluegrass up by a run. Pitch is fouled back to the fence by Kelly.
2-2. Great awareness right there to protect that plate.
Sorry, we got some hooligans here coming up behind the broadcast booth. Here, let me pass the microphone.
Hey, they're doing pretty well.
Here we go.
That's a 3
Your
3
guest
balls right
commentator
there.
for the
That
rest of
pitch
this
was head high.
All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's see. It's in the air. Dang it.
That was a great awareness right there by Henry County
Two
second
outs,
baseman number 10. He called everybody off, waited for that ball to come down, and he corralled that ball and made that catch. Him. The number 9 hitter, Braden Sparks. Oh, Braden hit that one probably about 200 feet foul. Went off the first base side. That's an 0-1 count. Braden got a hit last time he was up.
2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Bluegrass up by 1. Number 16, Sparks at the plate.
Blanton on deck.
That ball's in the dirt. Evens up the count.
1-1 on the on the outside corner in the dirt.
That ball gets away from the pitcher as well. Sails high as Sparks works it to 2 balls and 1 strike.
37 strikes.
Sparks with a line drive out to right field. That's going to be
fall right
in front of the first baseman. He will throw it over to first, but not in time to get Mr. Sparks over there. They've got another base runner staying alive here. Going to try to generate a little bit of a 2-out spark here with
the plate. Surprised that the right fielder did not come down with that ball.
Yeah, kind of held up about 2 steps short of actually kind of making that play.
And Whitaker's going to work on the runner at first base, Sparks again.
You know, that play could have been a reflection or a result of what happened earlier where that ball got past him, and he didn't want to let another base runner advance that many more feet on a ball past him. Blanton pops one out, and that's headed for the Escalade. Oh, my goodness, right through the windshield. That's going to have good insurance for them.
Well, that thing will be covered.
For all your insurance needs, be sure to contact our friends at Central Kentucky Insurance. Contact my good friend, Mr. Don Yaden. How about that for a segue?
Yeah, there you go. I like that. Whitaker delivers the pitch, and that's a strike. At 0-2 on Blanton. And Blanton's going to have to swing at it. Sparks at first. Leading off a little bit. Outside. Good recognition right there by Blanton to see that it's going to be an outside ball. 1-2. Whitaker delivering his 72nd pitch. Throws it in the dirt. Outside. 2-2. Sparks takes a healthy lead over there at first base. And Blanton swings and misses. The catcher believes that he did not catch the ball, but I believe he did. And that's going to go down as a strikeout. So the inning is over, and Bluegrass gets a run. So 3-2 lead.
Yeah, that chaotic play there in the middle of the inning, that allows him to retake the lead. 5 innings in the books of the 7 slated for this contest. Your Bluegrass Little League All-Stars lead this game 3-2.
At Southland Park, we had a little discussion there about whether that was a drop strike or not. And apparently it's still recorded as a strikeout, and Bennett Sharp's back on the mound for Bluegrass.
Yeah, I think the point that the coaches from Bluegrass Little League were trying to make is that because it was an uncaught third strike, that runner should have, or that batter runner should have had been put out either by tag or by a throw down to first. They assert that neither of those two things happened, and that the umpire simply called that the runner was out despite being an uncaught. So
It just seemed like it was
try
just
the
a
lobby
straight
to say,
strike.
I think you all missed this. Can you all talk? We think we should still be alive, but at the end of the day, home plate umpire says play ball with Bluegrass on defense and Henry County at the plate, so that's what we do.
And we're in the top of the 6th inning. The 1-1 count on number 23, Quo.
Just inside. Take your time, Bennett. You got it. 2 balls, 1 strike on number 23. Swing and a miss.
That's a great pitch right there.
Excellent pitch. That ball just sunk away. Hard to tell from this angle of the spin, but that almost looked like maybe a little two-seamer, perhaps a little off, little change-up pitch, but one way or another, certainly fooled the batter. Comes back.
And a
swing
strike
miss,
on that
foul
one.
Tip into the mitt of Cooper Caudle. That'll go down as the first out.
Now that ball was caught.
That ball, yes, there
That
was
was
no question about that. Foul
Caught.
tip. So that's where the batter turned around and said, "Hey, Mr. Umpire, I tipped that."
Yeah.
However, foul tip directly into the mitt of the catcher on the 3rd strike only goes down as a recorded out.
And here's Henry County's pitcher, number 24, Whitaker, stepping into the batter's box, and he
Pulls out a breaking
swings
ball,
and misses at the
swings out of
first
his
strike.
shoes. A wry little smile by number 24 to say, yeah, he got me on that one
Yep.
for sure.
Little premature swing, though.
Save
Oh,
again.
another super pitch right there down the heart of the plate, Bob. And Whitaker is laughing that one off.
If he's not careful, he'll be laughing his way back to the dugout.
And he does.
Is going to do that. Comes back. Breaking ball, swing and a miss.
And that's
Breaking
that's
ball,
one of those.
swing and a miss.
You don't want the umpire making that call on you.
Well, we've seen where Sharp has thrown 3, 4 breaking balls in a row, so you got to think that Whitaker is thinking he's going to come back with his curveball. I'm going to sit curve. Next thing you go, now.
Now here's the big hitter, Hernandez.
Absolutely.
Last time Hernandez faced Bennett,
Nicely located
the
pitch.
ball went 265 feet over left center.
That's right, almost into the backyard of my good friends, the Buckinghams. Live right here behind the ballpark. Spend many an afternoon here playing toss.
Oh, and
Swing miss with
Hernandez took
another
a
nice
huge swing
breaking
on
ball.
that one. 0-2 on that play.
2 down here, top of the 6th. Sharp's got to be approaching his pitch count.
Just
And
barely
there's gonna be
missed
a
that
ball
one. Just
called by the
barely
umpire.
outside. That was an excellent pitch right there, though. And this is going to be
Just
Bennett's
misses the
91st pitch.
Plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down here at the top of the 6th. Sharp into the windup, delivers. Swing
Strike
and a miss
three!
by Hernandez. Nicely done by Mr. Bennett Sharp. He has thrown an absolutely fantastic baseball game. I would say
Absolutely.
out of the 90-something pitches, he's missed his location maybe 2 or 3 times. One to that young man that he just struck out that put the first run of the board on the game for Henry County. But other than that, Bennett Sharp has come out. He has done a job, and he has kept this Bluegrass Little League team in it. They go into the bottom of the 6th, leading this contest 3-2.
And here's Bennett Sharp's numbers for the night. 93 pitches, 58 strikes, pitched 6 innings, giving up 1 hit, 2 runs. One of those was the home run, 1 earned, walked 4, struck out 9.
Very nice stat line there by young Mr. Bennett Sharp.
And this brings us up to Cal Fancock, Gavin Paget, Matthew Barnett.
Get 1 or 2 of these base runners from the 11 and 12 spot into on the base, and we'll flip the lineup back. You got your lineup right where you want it, going into the bottom of the 6th and then into the 7th with Barnett, Sharp, Corrigan, Hawley, and Caudle.
Yep.
Those 5, if they can get it, they need to string together some runs. They've all done a very decent job tonight in taking quality at-bats and hitting the baseball, but it just hasn't been one after another after another.
And here's the thing, too. Kyle and Gavin both love to hit high balls.
That's right.
And if Whitaker's been missing high, so if he ends up floating a high ball, we can get some damage to him.
Absolutely.
One of the best high fastball hitters in this league.
Big fan of the Buffalo Bills and also a fan of my favorite player, none other than Mr. Albert Pujols. In fact, I wear number 5 on my Rangers jersey, and out of respect for Mr. Pujols, longtime Cardinals fan, am I and my family. Fancook takes the
And we
second
got
strike
2
there.
strikes
Looks
here
over
now.
the bench like, hey, wait a minute now.
Kyle's got to be a bit aggressive on this one. If it's anywhere close, he's got to swing
Position
at it.
there, way back in the box. Interesting windup from Whitaker. Delivers the pitch. Puts
And
the
he
ball in
puts
play. Unfortunately, right down the first base line. Takes an interesting hop right at the last second, but fielded cleanly by number 99 Davis over at first. And they'll record the first out here in the bottom of the 6th.
But, you know, he made solid contact with that ball. It was a really good, solid hit. Just happened to hit it right straight to the first baseman. No shame in that.
Absolutely. A few feet over to the left. That ball could be right into the right field, and he's on first base.
That brings us back to Gavin Paget.
Paget with the look back in the peanut gallery off to my right.
Gavin walked last time.
And he, center field by Mr. Paget.
Great hit
Down
right
first,
there,
good
straight
hard
down the
turn.
middle of
Nicely
the
done,
field. That's
nicely
what you
done.
want to see.
Absolutely. Waits for that pitch to come in, just what you were talking about. Ladder high, turns on that, swings that bat, drives it right up the middle over the head of the pitcher and into center field.
And that
for
brings us back
a
to
base
the
hit.
top of the order, Matthew Barnett. Matthew got on in the last inning on a little blue pit that fell right in front of the second baseman, and he beat the throw to first base. And Whitaker's going to work again on the pickoff move to first base.
Got to be careful over here. Paget had made his way over to second and third in his first time around, but on the bases both times, and then got a little too greedy.
And
Ball's gonna
Matthew
be popped up out of play to the right side, heading over to the swimming pool, but won't quite make it to the fence line.
Whitaker gets the sign, throws it over to first base, and Paget is going to be safe. He's throwing a lot over the post base tonight. That missed the outside corner, so that's going to be 1-1.
I'm not sure where. It must have been just a little on the outside, but hey, we'll take it. 1-1 as Whitaker moves back to first again.
Yep. Now, the runners have to be aware here. Whitaker's not getting back onto the rubber. So what he's doing is he's waiting and then throwing over to first base while he's still off the rubber. He's back on the rubber now, so we'll see what he does. That ends up being a high ball.
Works the count in his favor now. 2 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. And
No,
Kevin Padgett over at first.
Trying to catch the Bluegrass runner sleeping over there. Padgett gets a really good lead right there. Ball's thrown down. He's going to be safe. And it's 3-1. And Matthew's getting instruction from his coach. Boy, Henry County loves that pick move. It's another pick move over to post base. And now we got 3-2 on Matthew. Full count, got to protect the plate here, got to swing if it is close. Padgett at first base, leading off. Whitaker's comes set and delivers. And Matthew hits a ball to the second baseman. And that will be a fielder's choice. Second to short erases Padgett from the base paths, but Matthew will be on first base.
That'll bring up to the plate now the ace pitcher for the Bluegrass Little League All-Stars, number 88, Bennett Sharp with 2 down. And speed now on the bases at first.
And Matthew takes off stealing, and he will get there easily as the ball gets behind the catcher.
Corralled by the catcher.
Great awareness right there by Matthew, and he was stealing all the way on that one. He wasn't waiting for Whitaker to throw it over to him.
Absolutely. Didn't even give him a chance to try the pickoff move. He just took off on the first lift of that left leg.
Shortstop comes behind Matthew here. They finally cover him. Whitaker steps off. This will be Whitaker's 87th pitch here. Sets, delivers. Bennett Sharp hits that one in the air. Matthew's going to have to keep going.
Ball is
caught by the center fielder.
Bobbled it just a little bit, but he's able to corral that in. And that'll do it here for the 6th inning, folks. We are heading into the final frame of this contest. Your Bluegrass Little League All-Stars are 3 outs away from advancing to the first championship game. They need to come in with some solid defense, and it most likely will be a pitching change. We'll see what head coach Kevin Goldie does as he slowly, would you call that a meander or a saunter?
I would say that is a stroll.
That is a stroll.
That is a stroll.
He strolls.
He is strolling to the official scorekeeper.
If he was a half a step slower, it would be a meander. I would say. A saunter has
and he gives us a look on
swag
that
to
one.
It, I think. There's a fine line between that. Now, a stagger is something completely different. So it's something you hope you never see on a baseball field.
And it looks like Bennett is going back out there for one more inning.
Well, hey, if he's at 90.
He's at 93.
93. So here's the rules for your Little League pitch count. So as a 13-year-old, he can throw up to 95 pitches. And what that means is that he can begin his final batter on his 95th pitch and still be able to complete that. So pretty good move here by Kevin Goldie, recognizing theoretically 3 pitches, 3 swings, 3 outs, and Bennett could wrap this up as a complete game.
Right.
So if nothing else, you have your ace pitcher that's been dealing all game with a breaking ball that has been almost untouchable to come in and pitching to what appears to be at least the bottom third of the order for the visiting Henry County All-Stars. I like this move.
I do too. Let's see if we can get Bennett a complete game here. The defense has been excellent.
Stepping into the box for the Henry County All-Stars, number 17, Briscoe. BluegrassLL League All-Stars holding on to a 3-2 lead. Into the windup. First pitch.
Strike.
Gets it for a strike. Now, if I'm the defensive coach, knowing that this kid has done all game, I'm telling Briscoe, you stand up there and you take 3 pitches.
Exactly.
That gets him off the mound no matter what.
Yep.
Now, swing there on the foul ball. So, no matter what, this will be his final batter if going into his 95th pitch. 0-2 count on Briscoe. He's working up to the front of the box, so that means he's anticipating a breaking ball, wants to try to catch this. If I'm sharp, I come back, blast a fastball.
I
right
would
behind
too.
with
I'd
the
come
eyes.
back and blast him away.
That's exactly what he does.
And
Does
it's
not
just barely on the
ball from
outside.
plate umpire. That'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That must have just barely missed. It looked good from here.
I'm going to get myself tossed out of this game. Instead, puts it into play. Seabury's going to have a long, hard play, charges that ball, makes the throw over.
Got it.
Gets him by a half.
Oh!
Unfortunately, we're going to have a safe call from the umpire at first. And the home spectators here for BluegrassLL League certainly not happy with that call.
Nope.
From our vantage point, looks like he beat him by a half a step.
That's
but
what it looked like, but the umpire was right there, so we'll see what ends
the
up
umpire
happening on
was
that.
out of position, so the correct play for the umpire, once that ball is put in play, he is not supposed to stay behind the first base. He should rotate around into fair territory to where he has a 45-degree angle on that base to be able to see that. Unfortunately, a little bit out of position was the umpire.
A little bit,
on that
little
call.
bit.
And I am sure Kevin Goldie is giving him an earful out on the mound right now, but that's the way the baseball game happens. And one way or another, they are still just 3 outs away with only 1 base runner. So they're going to be bringing in
Malcolm Hawley.
one of their fireballers, number 34, Hawley. Hawley, known for his power on the mound, easily breaks 70-plus miles an hour, has a pretty good breaking ball that'll drop into the low mid-50s. If he's on tonight and he's able to control that fastball, it's going to be very tough for this part of the order, I would say, of the Henry County All-Stars.
And what this will do with Hawley pitching, it will move Gavin Paget to first base and Bennett Sharp to third. Now you want to get out of here with as few pitches as you can. Try to preserve Malcolm for the rest of this tournament. And we see a little conversation going on between Joe Seabury, Gavin Paget, and Matthew Barnett back behind second base. And I could probably tell you what that conversation is about. Let's keep our defensive intensity going.
That's right. Easily able to turn 2 here. We have likely one of the younger players from the Henry County All-Stars team. So some of these county teams have a hard time fielding multiple age groups in all of the divisions, and so they'll consolidate. And rather than having a 13U, a 12U, and 11U, they'll consolidate, take their best players, and build a roster that they feel can be the most competitive.
And Henry County is a very small county in terms of population, in terms of size, and it probably took them a while to field a roster. So
That's by far Hawley finds that outside corner for the strike.
I tell you what, I've been impressed with this Henry County team.
Absolutely, especially playing 2 baseball games. They've been out here on the diamond since 4 o'clock, going on over 5 hours now. Fastball down the middle.
Strike 2 on that one.
So far, so good. Able to control that right down the middle. I wouldn't play games here. I'd come right back with it.
I would too.
It's a little bit high up to the backstop. It's going to allow that base runner to get over to second. Runner now in scoring position. Nobody out. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Malcolm just needs to concentrate on this batter. There you go. A hard pitch straight down the heart of the plate, and that will be strike 3 as Smith swings at that pitch and misses.
One gone here.
And this is number 5, Buckley for Henry County. About to step in and face Malcolm Hawley.
I believe this may be the number 12 hitter for this Henry County team, so I want to try to take advantage, get this out here before you flip the lineup back to the top. Hawley settles in, pitching from the stretch. Fastball down
Strike
the middle,
call.
71 miles an hour.
I tell you what, that's a heck of a pitch right there.
One ball, one strike as the umpire from behind home plate calls that one a ball.
Oh, swing and a miss at a hard fastball right there. And Malcolm Holland consistently throws in the upper 60s, low 70s. Strike 3 as Buckley swings at another high fastball. And Henry County's down to the final out. Runner on second base, score 3-2. Here in game 2 of the 13U Intermediate Little League Tournament.
Leadoff batter for the Henry County All-Stars as Malcolm Hawley settles in, pitching from the stretch. Ball is going to be hit high and
Foul.
Out of play.
It's out of play.
Right off the bat.
I think it hit a fence over there. 0-1 count. Hawley gets the sign, winds up, pitches, and that ball is over the catcher's head.
To get to third, we may have a plant chance. Nope, it's going to be held on there by Caudle. Kind of a quick timeout as
and that puts
there.
the
Malcolm taps the chest, says, "Yeah, that was
yep,
on me." Ball
that was on him.
hand
Yep,
on that one.
he understands that one. Tying run is at third base, so it's very important to make sure that you handle your control here on this next pitch. Malcolm being encouraged by the home folks. He throws that one straight down the heart of the plate. 1-2.
Sorts of home plate. The count is now 1-2. 2 outs.
One more strike.
Malcolm Hawley is 1 strike away from coming in and getting the save in this game. He settles. Leg kick. Pitch is going to be just high. Held
The
off.
batter almost went on that one. That was a high pitch. He almost went on that one. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuces are wild. Hawley delivers. And this is just barely low for ball.
Oh, the home crowd believes that was a strike. It was at the knees.
See if Hawley can regain his composure here. Now, on a tough hit and miss like that, you feel like you ended the game. Let's see how he does.
Foul ball, and that is going to hit a car.
That might hit a house.
That got to the street.
Settles in for the pitch.
Malcolm hits that ball. Oh, Malcolm grabs that ball, throws it over. The game is over.
And that'll do it for the ball game, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to your Bluegrass Little League All-Stars 13U Intermediate Division as they take care of business. Very well played baseball game by both teams here. Doug, what do you got to say about that?
I tell you what, it's a great baseball game. Bluegrass played absolutely wonderful defense. They kept their base running composure. I think the game was won on base running.
Absolutely.
Because Henry County was trying to do a lot of pickoffs at first base, and when they made those errors, throwing it over the first baseman, throwing it behind them, Bluegrass capitalized. Great all-around game by Bluegrass here.
Absolutely.
And
Hey,
they will await the winner of the consolation game.
All right, let's see if we can't catch head coach Kevin Goldie for a quick post-game up. Once again, this game goes final. Your score, Bluegrass Little League All-Stars 3, Henry County All-Stars 2. Make our way to the field, see if we can't catch head coach Kevin Goldie for a quick conference before he settles in. We're here with Mr. Bennett Sharp, winning pitcher for today's game. Bennett, Come on over here. Let's get on camera. Coach, I'm gonna steal your starting pitcher, catcher, Mr. Goldie. Bennett, you threw a heck of a game today, man. You come out, you throw 95, 96 pitches, you record almost into double-digit strikes. Tell me about how you're feeling after coming out and throwing a great game like that. So just out throwing strikes, recognize now. So I was sitting right here the whole game, had an opportunity to watch that breaking ball pitch just come out of your hand and dive at the plate. How long have you been working on that nasty curveball like that? About 3 years. Wow. So started pitching that 10, 11 years old, huh? Wow, man, it did its job today. So so you guys get the first win. You get a day off tomorrow to celebrate the holiday. What do you got big plans for tomorrow on July 4th? Oh, nice. There you go. Some fireworks, a day at the pool. All right. Well, hey, congratulations, man. Very well played, very well pitched. Excited for you guys, okay? Thanks. Let's hear it for our – oh, here we go. We got our head coach, Mr. Kevin Goldie, coming over here. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're getting a photo op here from your friendly broadcaster with head coach Kevin Goldie. Hey, next up is head coach Kevin Goldie here live on camera. Jump on the headset there. Let me check your comms, make sure you're in good shape. There we go. We're all set now. So, hey, Coach, camera's sitting right here so we can look right into the camera. Nicely done, man. Nicely coached. Very well fought game by this Henry County team. Tell me, what do you think the key to victory was today?
Well, we didn't. We battled. We battled the whole game. It would have been easy to come in and kind of give up. We had a couple plays there where Coach sent a couple runners that probably are trying to be aggressive early in the game.
Absolutely.
We got thrown out. Their pitchers did pitched a well of a ball game tonight, and it was just our kids didn't. We've had a great 3 weeks of practice.
Yep.
And they like to battle, and they came to battle tonight. They probably thought it was going to be a little easier task, but that Henry County team is for real.
That's solid competition.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
our kids didn't
Especially,
stop.
I mean, they've been out battling today since 4 o'clock, and then to come out and continue to battle and have a hard-fought game.
Yes.
3-2.
It's hot out here. So, your player of the game. I mean, what a big heart. That's why I started him tonight, because he brings his lunch pail every day.
That's right.
So he carried us. And then to see Malcolm come in at the end, I mean, throwing that gas, it's great to see. So,
it is, right? Congratulations to him to come in and be able to come into that closing role, get that save, get 2 batters out. You know, I know tough couple of calls there. Probably thought he had that third strike, one pitch beforehand, but
he
great
did.
to see him keep his composure and come back out there and deliver that 70-plus mile-an-hour fastball and get that swing.
We had some key hits tonight too, and it's key hits, key moments. I could have probably scored another run or two. I missed the base running up early in the game, but hey, listen, that's part of it. We're going to be aggressive. So, great game. So.
Absolutely. Well, hey, congratulations.
Hey, thank
you guys
you.
get the day off tomorrow.
Yes.
Enjoy the day and the holiday at the pool. Have a hot dog and enjoy some fireworks, and then you'll be right back out here, I believe, at
6 o'clock Wednesday night.
Let's
pack the place
for all
out.
our viewers at home, thanks for watching. I want to say thanks once again to my partner, Mr. Doug Barnett. We'll be right back here broadcasted live from Southland Park on Tuesday night as your Bluegrass Little League 13U All-Stars look to capture the state championship and punch their ticket to the regionals in Ankeny, Iowa. For all of us here at Southland Park and Bluegrass Little League, thanks and have a great night.
Thanks, man.
Good job, Go get the team. Appreciate you.